Yo guys, welcome back to the Transfer Daily YouTube channel where we are bringing you the latest updates from the football transfer market, and starting off then with Olympique Marseille and Facundo Medina. So the links of him have been ongoing for a while now, but he is finally set to join Olympique Marseille on a permanent transfer from Lens. And what can we say? So a deal has been agreed for a package worth in excess of 20 million euros. So it's over 20 million euros. So presumably I'd say 22 million euros, I think, is what I'm being told. And then Medina will have his medical test, and then he will sign a 5-year deal to become new Marseille player. And it is Angel Gomez, Egan Riley and Medina. So Marseille's new signing, Medina, set to be the third of the summer transfer window. Atletico Madrid then, it seems very similar to last summer with Julian Alvarez and Atletico Madrid, but this summer with Cuti Romero and Atletico Madrid. And as I've spoke about Romero numerous times, he's a top target. Simeone's already approved the signing. He wants to sign in. Romero's open to Atletico Madrid move, and when I mean open, I mean very open. So it all comes down to the clubs of Atleti and Tottenham. And as we know, Daniel Levy and Tottenham will make negotiations very difficult. And in the next weeks now, Atleti are expected to really apply the pressure for the Romero deal. And from what we know is Tottenham would want around 80 million euros. Let's see if Atleti decide to match that, because we know with last summer with Alvarez, they paid a big fee for Alvarez. So let's wait and see with this one with Romero. Another thing though with Atleti, another thing I can tell you is that if they do not sign Romero, the top target then is Piero Hincapié from Bayer Leverkusen. So he will then become the top target, and Hincapié once again is open to a move this summer. So let's wait and see. But if Romero doesn't sign, Hincapié will become the top target for Atletico Madrid, new centre-back. So we've spoken about Tierney, Barry and Everton on a previous video, and what can we say is that Everton want to sign Barry as the new striker this summer. And I'd said on X a few weeks ago that he's one of the top options after the Liam Delap deal didn't happen. So now we can say is Everton want to sign a player, and he is a top target for new striker. And from Villarreal's point of view, they would likely have to trigger the £40 million release clause. Everton would, for the deal to happen, which they're prepared to do because they were prepared to trigger the Liam Delap clause of 30 million euros earlier on in the summer. So Everton are expected to accelerate talks with the player because, as I've said, they would have to activate the release clause, likely. So once you get the green light from the player, then that 40 million euros release clause will have to be activated, I feel like. But Barry is a top target, and Everton now expected to push for the move. John Duran then is set to join Fenerbahce on a loan deal this summer. And we know he signed for Al Nassr only 6 months ago, but both the parties agreed last week that an exit is possible, and he will only join Fenerbahce on initial loan. But Jose Mourinho played a key role in this one, and the medical test for Duran will happen, and then he will sign in as new Fenerbahce player. And it is believed as well that Fenerbahce will cover Duran's wages until June 2026. And for the loan deal, from the details I have, it's just an initial 1-year loan with no buy option included. So John Duran will return to Europe after just 6 months leaving Al Nassr and Saudi Arabia. So then Manchester United, as we know, currently all of the focus is on Brian Mbeumo as he's still trying to agree a fee with Brentford, but a new striker is expected to come after that. And one new name who we can give you is Ollie Watkins, and Manchester United and Watkins is one to watch because he's one of the options on the list for Manchester United new striker. As we know, there's a chance that Rasmus Højlund could leave back to Italy, but let's wait and see with that one because it's still early stages. But we know Manchester United have interest in Gyökeres, but expensive deal, we know. And also they've been linked with various strikers, but Ollie Watkins is one who we can say for definite alongside Gyökeres is one of the options on the list for Manchester United. And Manchester United have made contact with Aston Villa and also Ollie Watkins representatives to explore conditions of the deal of etc. on that front. So let's wait and see. For this one, once again, it's still early stages because Manchester United working on the Mbuemo deal first, and then all of their attention is expected to move on to a new striker. Mohamed Kudus, and I get the feeling that he will leave West Ham United this summer, and one of the top options for a new forward for Tottenham this summer is Kudus. Kudus is high on the list for that, and we know they also have interest in Eze, but let's wait and see because we know Arsenal now starting to make initial moves for him. But initial contacts have took place with Kudus' agents, and what we gather from this one is that Mohamed Kudus is open to the move to Tottenham after they explain the project, etc. to Kudus. And let's wait and see with this one because at the moment we know there's been no bid sent or anything from Tottenham, but this one could move very quickly for Thomas Frank's first signing. And what we can say as well, Chelsea also have interest in him, but there's also believed to be a few other clubs just closely monitoring the player, etc. So let's wait and see. So by no means is it just a one-horse race in Tottenham, but as I've just said, Kudus is open to the move, so let's wait and see for this one for further updates, but it could move quickly. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.